Hello students, today we will see the topic hierarchical inheritance in C++. So in this inheritance we will see that it is the process where the member of base class can be inherited by more than one class. And in this the base class will include all the features that are common to the derived class. So we can remember the previous inheritance types which we already discussed. In single inheritance there was one base class and one derived class. In multiple inheritance there was more than one base class and only one derived class, in which base the properties of all the base classes can be inherited by the derived class. This was in multiple inheritance. And then next we have seen multi-level, in which one base class was there and one derived class was there, and from derived class again one new derived class was there. Okay, so now finally we are going to see in hierarchical inheritance what is happening. Here there will be one base class, as in this diagram also you can see that there will be one base class, and because there is one base class and there are more than one derived class, and we can have more than one, that means 2, 3, 4, however we require in our program. So the base class properties should be kept in such a way which is common to the derived classes which we are deriving from common base class. Means the members which are in base class should be required by the derived class 1 and also by the derived class 2. So some common things which is required in both is kept in base class so that it can access from it. Okay, so let's see the syntax. For using this format, hierarchical inheritance format, we will use this particular syntax. So what we need to do? So there is, remember there is one base class. So till now we have seen to create a base class, just we have to create a class as we normally used to do. So for creating a class, we will write first the keyword class and then the base class name, whatever the name we want to keep, and the members inside this open and curly open and close curly braces, and then we will end with the class with semicolon, and whatever the members we want to keep we will keep in the class. So this is the first base class we will create, and then derived class. So for derived class, again remember the format. First we will write the keyword class, then our derived class name, then we will use colon, and then access mode, which includes public or private or protected. So we till now we have been using public mode, and then the base class name. So after writing the access mode name, we will write the name of that class from which this derived class will inherit or wants to inherit the property. So according to this diagram, we want to access this derived class 1, want to access the property, want to inherit the property of base class. So we will write the access mode and then the base class, and then same way whatever the members we want to keep inside the class we will keep inside this. First of all we will open the curly braces, and then we will put all our statements which we want to keep, the members, the definition of our member functions, and then we'll close and semicolon. And likewise same way, as we can see in the diagram again, that derived class 2 is also inheriting the properties of base class. So for this also we will write first the class, keyword class, which will be written as it is, and then whatever name we want to give to the class, derived class 2, and then the colon and access mode, that is our access specifier, and then the base class name. So here the base class in derived class 1 and in derived class 2 are common. So we will write this base class name after this access mode, and then again the members will be kept inside this curly braces, and then we'll close the derived class also. So this is the format of hierarchical. So we can see that the base class will have the common properties or common attributes which is required by both the derived class 1 and derived class 2. So this is what the concept of hierarchical inheritance is. So we will now see it with the program. Just now we have seen the format of hierarchical, how the syntax we will use in programs. So just keep that in mind, and now just see this program. So in this program we are, according to the format, we were using one base class and two different derived class, and we can also have more than two also as per requirement. But in this program now we will see that there is one base class and two derived class which is inheriting the property of common base class. Okay, so our common base class here is class student, and the two derived class which are accessing the members of, which will inherit the members of student class is, first derived class is science. Here you can see class science, this is our derived class 1, and then colon, then our access mode, then the base class name which is student. So this was the format, and inside open and this closed curly braces we have kept our members of class science. That is, here is our data member SCI, then the function print. We will see what we will do in this. And the second derived class which is maths. So again we have written the format class and then the derived class 2 name. Okay, this is second derived class, and then maths colon and public, this is our access mode. And again see, this is the common base class for both the classes. This science is also inheriting the property from student, and maths is also inheriting the property from student class, which is our base class. And so student is our base class, and science and maths is our derived class from common base class. Okay, so again inside maths class also we have kept data member math, MATH. Okay, just see, don't be confused, the class name is maths, and here we have taken data member whose name is math, MATH. Okay, same way we have done here, SCI. Alright, now let's understand the concept what we are going to do in this. So we are going to make a program in which in student class we have taken two members, data members, name and roll number, and a member function enter, and one more member function display. This format we have already used in our previous program also. So in enter member function we have taken input from the user. So we are using text color green and plus blink. So C, inside cprintf and this parenthesis, whatever statements is kept will be in green color and will also blink. So enter your name and roll number, this will be printed, it will be shown in our output screen. And then C out and L we are using to move in next line, and then C in, that means we will enter the message, sorry, the name and the roll number. Name we will enter from, the user will enter from the keyboard, name and roll number. Okay, so for that we use C in to take inputs from keyboard. Okay, so this is what in enter member function. So this is opened here and this is closed. Now this member function is done. Again next is display member function, and this display function has the coding to display the details which we have entered, that is the name and roll number. So again we are using text background yellow here, and then this is one message, check your entered, we want to print this message, which is check your entered details, and after that endl, and then name is in double quotation, that means it will be printed as it is, and then this separator, and this name is a variable, okay, without double quotation, that means it's a variable. So whatever value will be received in name will be printed here, and whatever will be received in roll number will be printed here, roll number message. And this is closed. Now this function is also closed, and now finally we are closing class student here after defining all the member function, and with a semicolon. This shows that this is the end of class. Now in student we are taking name and roll number. Now the two different derived class. For that particular name and roll number, we will take marks for science in class science and marks for maths in class maths. So in class science, so we are taking one member, data member, which is SCI, to take the marks of science and to keep that value whatever we will get, and then the print function. Okay, inside print function we have written enter your science marks, so this will be shown in the output, and then endl, and then cin SCI. That means after reading this message, if the user will press the marks in the keyboard, enter the marks in the from the keyboard, then that marks, let it be 60, then 60 will be saved in SCI, this variable data member, and next the message will be printed, your science marks is whatever the marks, that is 60, will be printed in place of SCI, because whatever the value will be there in variable will be printed. Alright, so again here, after closing the member function body, we have closed our class. Here our class was, this started opening of class, and this is closed. Now next is our class maths. So in maths we are taking value marks for that student details which we have taken in class student. Now we are taking same students marks in class science and maths. So in maths we will do the same thing, just we have taken the data member math, and for displaying the marks we have taken this function which is prints. Okay, here we have added s. In this class we have kept the member function name print, print, and here the function name is prints. So again we are asking user to enter your marks, enter your maths marks. So after reading this message, user will enter the marks, so that marks will be saved in math, math. This is our data member, and this math is our class name. So again we will, after the user will enter the marks, we will again show it that this is his enter marks. So with this message maths marks colon is math, so whatever, if he will press 50, then maths marks colon, after that 50 will be printed, and then this function body is closed, and finally we are closing the class body also. Okay, so till now we have created base class, derived class 1 and derived class 2. Now remember that the derived class can access the member of base class. So instead of creating object for the base class, we are creating objects of the derived class, since we can also inherit the base class members also using the derived class. So we are creating science is our derived class 1 name, and then s is our object, and this semicolon. And same way we are creating object for math, and m is our object for math. So whatever we will access the members from class maths will be accessed using m dot. Okay, and for science class members we will use s dot, and then the whatever the members we are calling. So here you can see we have created two different objects. Till now we were creating one objects in multi-level in multiple we were creating only one object for the derived classes, but because this two derived classes are not inheriting each other's property, science is inheriting the properties of student class, maths is also inheriting the properties of student class, but science is not inheriting the property of math, neither math is inheriting the property of science. So though in the diagram also we have seen that both of these derived classes were different, they were not having any relation or connection, so we cannot access their properties or members. So we have created this different objects for the derived class 1 and derived class 2. Now in our student class, what member functions were there? One was enter and other was enter was to enter the detail for, here just go through it, enter was to enter the detail for the name and roll number, and display was for to display that same details to the user. Okay, so these two member can be accessed, this enter member function and display can be accessed using any of the object. Like we can access using s dot enter function and s dot display. Okay, so using s also we can access, or using m also we can access, because both of them can inherit the properties of student class. So we are using s here now, and in place of s we can use m also, but if you are using s dot enter, then you need to use s dot display also, because if using object s we are entering the details, that means in s objects all the things will be saved. So using display we will need s object only, because the datas are stored in s object. But if we will use here m, then it will not show the details which is entered, because m is creating new space. Okay, and but s will have the enter details, and if we will write m, then it will not show. So we need to write same object for both, because same details are entered and same details are displayed. Okay, and if we will use m, then we can use m for both, but we need to keep the same object. Okay, so this is calling of our members of base classes using objects of derived class. And then as science class was having a function print, which was taking the marks for, so as we will call this print function, then this message will be shown to the user, enter your science marks, then science SCI, in SCI it will be saved, and again same will be printed to the or shown to the user. So print, this print is in which class? Science class. So to display print we cannot use m object, because this is not inheriting the class, m is not inheriting the class s, or s is not inheriting the m. So that's why the same object we will use. S dot print function is in science class, so we are using s object, because for science we have created object s. Okay, and same way prints, this was in maths class, so using m dot prints we are calling this prints function. Okay, here you can see prints, inside prints same thing is done, just we are taking marks for math and then showing it again to the user. So this way how we have called and then get ch close. So you can see the sequence here. first we are taking the details of the student and displaying it, and for that particular students we are taking marks for their subject science and then marks for their subject maths, so for the common student, okay, student class. So this is how hierarchical works. So let's see the output. Enter your name and roll number. So let's enter the name. Let be Neelu, and then roll number. After pressing enter, I am now entering roll number. Let her roll number be 12, and after that, see this till 12, Neelu and 12, as I have entered that was in which function? That was in enter function, okay, in student class. And after that we have called display function. So display function, we have kept all the details to be displayed. In display, what was there? Check your entered details, Neelu, and then 12 roll number. And after that we have called the print function using S object, because this was in class science. So message is enter your science marks. So let's type the marks. Let the marks she scored is 67. So science marks is entered successfully, so it is showing 67 science marks. And then again one message is there, enter your maths marks. So let's enter the maths marks. Maths is scoring, so more than science. Okay, so maths marks is 87, enter. So yes, it is also successfully entered. Maths marks is 87, it is showing the same, so it's properly entered. Okay, now this is the output for this program. So here it was the concept for hierarchical inheritance. Hope you all are understood, and try to observe carefully all the codings and the sequence. We can make lengthy and long programs if we understand the concept, how the classes are, where the classes are starting and where it is ending, and how the members are defined. We have to just see the format and understand the things, and the sequence, how the things are called. We call the things in a sequence, how first we will enter, then only we can display. We cannot display and then we can enter the details, because it will be blank. So these things you have to keep in mind, and that's all for today. Okay, so this is the output of the program which I have given in last video lecture. So this is on multi-level, where one base class and one derived class, then again from derived class one new derived class was created. So this is the concept of multi-level, and very well done with the new. This we have done in our first year, that how to add, subtract, multiplication, division. So very nicely done, very good. Keep doing. Thank you. God bless you all. Bye.